Hello, everyone. I am JaMara J. Smith, and it is my desire to help you to find your purpose, fulfill your destiny, and to have successful relationships in every area of your life. Now, if you are new to this channel, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and click the subscribe button so that you can be a part of the Jam fam. Now, listen, today I want to talk about something very serious because I recently was watching something. Someone sent something to me on social media, and it was basically a man, and he was just going in on his wife. And I immediately thought to myself, whoa, like, what is going on here? My question to you is, and which is the title of this video, are you marriage material? Are you marriage material? I want you to go ahead and comment below, and I want you to let me know if you think you are marriage material. The reason why I'm asking that question is because everybody wants to be in a relationship and everybody wants to be married. But the thing about it is, once you're in a marriage, there are totally different rules for a marriage versus being in a relationship. Two totally different things. There are certain things that you may feel like you can do in a relationship or during the dating process. But once you are married, the rules change. And I'm speaking from someone who was married for over a decade and now single. I need to let you know that when you are in a marriage, that marriage is between you and that other person. It is between you and that other person. Yes, when you get married, you are marrying that person's entire family. That is true. Which is why when there is an issue, when things come up, when there are problems, that is something that you need to discuss with one another. Not mama, not daddy, not best friend, not anyone else outside of your partner, your spouse. Because guess what? When you and your spouse get into a disagreement or get into an argument, what is the first thing that most people do? Oh my gosh, I need to call my mom and discuss what's going on in my marriage with her and get her opinion on it because she's been married for X amount of years and I know she's an expert in this area and she can help me. And, just for the simple fact that my mom loves me and I know she's going to give me advice to benefit me. Or you can say, I'm going to call my dad. My dad, he keeps it real. He's going to let me know what I should do. He's going to give me the man's perspective. Yeah, you can do that too. That's what a lot of people do. Or if you don't want to discuss it with your parents, what do? We call our friend. Girl, guess what? You ain't going to believe this. He did this and he did that. And I don't know what to do or I don't know why. And this, that, and the third. And guess what? You're going to get this advice from all of these different areas, different people in your life, and you're going to reflect and figure out, okay, let me see whose advice I'm going to take. And then you go ahead and proceed to bring that into your marriage. Guess what? Once that is resolved, you've moved on and you're ready to be happy and married, but everybody else, they're looking at your spouse with the side eye. They like, wait a minute now. You just told me that they did this, and you said that they did that. What's going on here? And then you're like, oh no, we fine. We resolved that. That was a while ago. I moved on. We good now. They looking at you like, oh really? Oh, okay. And then the next time your spouse comes over for the family cookout or Thanksgiving dinner, they looking at your spouse like, I don't know who they think they are. I don't even want them here, and they not gonna do this to my child. That's what's going on in their heads. And that's why when you're in a marriage situation, you have to keep your issues and your personal problems to yourself. Now, I know that's not easy to do. It's not easy to do. It takes practice, and you basically have to train yourself to not go and pick up the phone and call somebody and let them know about every little thing that's going on in your marriage. And that's why you have to develop a prayer life. When you have a prayer life, when issues arise, you go to God in prayer, you tell him, look, it don't have to be anything deep. You just talking to God. Look, I don't know why they keep leaving the toilet seat up. I have told them to put a toilet seat down. It is really irritating me, and I am over it. Believe me, trust me. I have heard people say this over and over and over again. It's the little things that add up to the big things. So, and then they on the phone talking to somebody, and they're like, I'm so tired of him leaving the toilet seat up. I cook, I clean, I do this, I do that. All I ask is for him to put the toilet seat down, and he can't even do that. Then everybody put in their issues and how they feel about this. Girl, I don't know why you put up with it. I don't know why. All of this negativity, everybody have a voice in your marriage. You cannot allow other voices into your marriage, which is why when I saw this video that this person posted on social media, I immediately just felt sorry for the whole situation, because first of all, when you're married, you don't put your business, not only do you not tell your business to family members and friends, you most definitely do not put your personal issues with your spouse on social media, because now you're inviting everybody's voice into your relationship. Because guess what? Everybody has an opinion about what's going on in your marriage, because guess what? You decided to put that information out for everybody to see, and now you're on blast. And then you get upset when people start talking about your spouse when you've moved on. Just like I said in the previous scenario, when you talk to your family and friends and you let them know about an issue and then you moved on, but they have not moved on, sweetie. They're still thinking about every time you have told them or ran back and let them know about issues and problems that you've had. They're just tallying it up in their mind. They're holding him accountable or her accountable because of everything that you've ever said. And that's why you have to have a prayer life, because when you're in a marriage situation, you are going to be upset, happy, disappointed, happy, embarrassed, happy. I mean, it's like the emotions are up and down, and you can't go running to someone and complaining about every little issue in your marriage. Now, I'm not talking about where it comes to physical, emotional, mental abuse. That is not what I'm referring to. If that is the situation that you are in, you do need to discuss that and get yourself out of that situation. That's not what I'm referring to. I'm talking about regular marital issues that happen in a marriage situation, because we have a habit sometimes, especially us as ladies, we have a habit of talking about every little thing. And you can't tell mama everything. You can't tell dad everything. You can't tell your friends everything. You can't call your best friend and let them know the details of every little situation, because everybody's maturity level is not where it should be in order to hear the information and then give whatever, advice they want to give and then forget about it. They will tend to hold on to that information and bring it back up. If you call them again and say, guess what? He did this, or guess what? She did that. And their mind is like, wait a minute, you just called me last month and said that they did this or they did that. And now you calling me again? And then the next time you talk to them, you good? Oh yeah, honey, I'm on a date with my husband. We out right now. And your best friend on the other end like, until the next time she called me, he make her man do something crazy. Like, you just cannot do that. You cannot take your issues in your marriage and number one, tell family, number one, tell friends, and number two, most definitely do not post it on social media. And when I saw this video, when they sent me this video, and I said to myself, this is ridiculous. In a marriage, you are covering one another. So if I'm married and I pour my heart out to my spouse, I'm expecting my husband to not repeat the secret things that I share with him because they're coming from my heart. And if my husband pours his heart out to me and tell me the secret things of his heart, I have to hold on to that. I can't bring it up in an argument. I can't bring it up to prove a point. I can't bring it up to family or friends or post it on social media. You just cannot do that in a marriage situation, because you have a covenant with this person. You've made vows with this person. And there is, the unconditional love. 1 Corinthians 13 is unconditional love. And so that's why I said, are you really ready for marriage? Because marriage is work. And just like you go to work every day, if you have a 9 to 5, you get up and you go to work every single day. Why? Because at the end of the day, you're going to work because you're going to get that check. You're trying to make that money, okay? You're trying to secure the bag. So that's kind of like what you need to look at for your marriage. Your marriage is sacred. You can't and you have to work at it every single day to make sure that there is peace and unconditional love, because guess what? The payoff for you doing these things are a successful marriage. So I just wanted to talk about that today, because I just could not believe some of the things that people who are married post on social media. You just cannot let everybody in your marital bed. You can't discuss personal details about your marriage and expect not to get backlash, and expect not to have, people have very strong opinions about not just you, but your spouse. And then you moved on and you're happy all over again in your marriage. And people are looking at your spouse like they're crazy. And it's all because you couldn't keep your mouth shut, because you were emotional and couldn't, didn't have the intellectual maturity and the capacity to take every issue and everything that's going on in your marriage to God in prayer, because that's where you're going to have the secrecy, and that's where you're going to get your answers, because you can't control anybody. You can't make anybody do anything. And you talking about it to other people and posting stuff online is not the answer, and is not going to solve anything. So go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and comment below, your thoughts on my topic of, are you ready for marriage? That's a very questionable thing to ask. And a lot of us say that we're ready for marriage, but are we really ready for marriage? Marriage is work. It takes work and unconditional love. So until next time, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you at the next video. Bye-bye.